Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Back here on the Latino Slant, and I am excited. I have to admit about this casting of Supergirl and Sasha Calle. But I know that there's some people in the community who I respect that think different, and that's cool. And I wanted to invite a couple of people on, and Australian YouTuber from Australia. Oh my God, Nick McCabe is with us. What's up, buddy?
Hi everyone, happy to be here.
The news came out that director Andy Buschietti cast Sasha Calle in the role of Supergirl, and first time for a Latina actress to play such a big role for the film The Flash. What are your initial reaction?
Well, my initial reaction was sort of hesitation. I mean, but that's just been me all over recently. Especially in Hollywood recently, they've been pissing a whole lot of people off, and yeah, I'm very cynical with regard to anything to do with casting, storytelling, anything like that nowadays. So when the casting call happened, and I saw the pictures, and it's like, okay, another quote unquote race swap, right? And I will admit, I think I might have jumped the gun a bit. I thought this was actually for the CW Arrow,
right.
A Green Arrow show,
Right.
And yeah, so I think I stuffed up on that one. But
hey, you admitted it.
I will be plain, and I will admit my fault. Yeah. There are a few people out there who quite like the choice because she looks more similar to Clark Kent.
To Henry Cavill, right.
Yeah, to Henry Cavill.
Right.
And that never occurred to me, and I thought, no, that's right. Well, and with her the way she is, the dark hair, the blue, and everything, she looks very, in style.
So I mean, because your initial tweets were, she should be blonde, she should be white, doesn't care, she's an alien, I don't care, and those are, to me, that was like, pretty strong words. I know where you're coming from, right? Because I want our legends to be guarded as well, and like you said, we've grown so cynical because
I will admit that.
And I looked at this actor's credits and her pedigree. She graduated from a great school of acting, singing, and dancing. She got this role in a daytime soap operas, which is probably the hardest type of acting you could do, just as far as the nuts and bolts of day-to-day acting. I'm like, and then she got nominated for it. I'm like, Emmy nomination. This person can act. When we say race swap right away, we automatically think downgrade, and I wonder why that is. All right, well, when can it be done and it be okay? I'm asking you that.
That's a very good question. I often like to bring up the Rogers and Hammerstein Brandy Cinderella when this sort of topic comes up. And again, I really do think it comes from motive, like behind the casting itself. So with the Cinderella, so far as I know, all they wanted was just unconventional casting. So
gotcha.
A white dude as the king, and then you get an Asian dude as the prince, and then you get Brandy, and
so it was really unconventional, non-traditional.
Yeah, it was really unconventional, and the set pieces were just absolutely out there and just real colorful and everything. Like the set pieces were colorful and the cast was colorful, and I think.
And it worked for you.
I think that's where it works, and also I want to say Broadway as well, where cast is
Hamilton.
Hamilton, yep. But also where cast is often changed depending on where the actual show goes.
Mhm.
So there's a practicality there as well.
It's a good point. That's a really good point.
See, with Batwoman in particular, I actually took no issue with them actually creating a new character in Ryan Wilder.
Mhm.
But
Right.
the thing is, she's still taking the what do you call it, the mantle of Batwoman. And yeah, I think to me she's a little bit like Miles Morales. You know, like I don't actually have an issue with the character themselves. I think it's really to do with the taking of previously successful IP and all that sort of stuff. And instead of creating like a new superhero, like
I just got
like
off a panel. I just got off a panel,
Oh, yeah.
and there was one point that was brought up where they were saying about creating new legends.
Mhm.
Is that it's almost impossible to crack that existing lineup of legends that we have, to where, as far as them being equal or greater than, it's practically impossible for new characters to come in. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Would never have thought about that. Because I'm just like, I love Superman, I love Thor, I love Captain America, Iron Man, Falcon. So maybe one of the reasons why is because it's gonna be hard to bring in a completely new IP into that universe. What do you think?
Yeah, see that's another thing that I failed to think about too. See, I don't really think about that too much. I really should.
You just tweet. You weren't the only one. There is other. I saw other. When we were live with Midnight's Edge, and I was live with here, I was seeing that. I was like, whoa, this is a reaction. And it's like, well, we haven't even seen the product, guys.
Yeah, you do it. That is
and you guys are assuming that they're gonna write, Kal-El's cousin as a Latina, which would be kind of strange. I have to admit, as a Kryptonian, it doesn't matter to me. You just write a great character.
In my tweet, I also brought up the notion of branding as well, and I think that's what I was really trying to get at. Especially when people try and change things up, that there are indeed established aspects of famous characters. So I mentioned, for instance, where would Harry Potter be without his black hair, green eyes, and lightning bolt scar? I could also say the same for where would Luke Skywalker be without his green lightsaber, or his sort of light brown hair, and that sort of, yeah. And I think that's what also people sort of railed against with regard to Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi, is that he may have looked like Luke Skywalker, but he did not act like Luke Skywalker. And I think I think that's what a lot of people are worried about, that these characters are going to be too different from the original IP. Now, as you say, we haven't actually seen anything regarding this Supergirl, and I will admit I am intrigued.
Besides the Snyder cut, I mean, the Flash movie, it can't be any worse than the theatrical version of Justice League. Let's hope it's better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, and that's also another thing as well. Writing. So I think
I respect you. That's why I wanted you to come on, and let's have a nice
little bit of light.
Yeah, let's have a little chat about this, because coming from it as a person who, I love my legends, but I don't get to see people that look like me hardly ever on the big screen in good roles. Now you got a chance for this actress to shed all that and be a superhero. I'm like, this is a big deal. I'm actually hoping that she's just playing Supergirl. Like there's not there's not this Batwoman background that's horror, which is silly, that the TV show. I would be really surprised and disappointed if it's she takes on, coming from Krypton, takes on a Latina who's down and out. I don't want that. Here talking about the Supergirl casting of Sasha Calle with Nick McCabe from Australia. This is cool, man. First time here on the Latino Slant. Thank you so much. Is there any kind of closing thoughts there you'd like to give us?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm just so happy to be included in this conversation.
Talk to you guys soon. Let us know what you guys think in the chat, in the comments below. Be good, everybody.